Crawford before? He was a farmer who had 427 acres of land in Abbeville, South Carolina. He had 13 children. And this is your trigger warning. Actual history is ahead. October 21st, 1916, Anthony brought in some cotton seed to sell. The shopkeeper wanted to give Anthony a much lower price than he would other farmers. An argument ensued, and Anthony was arrested. He was released, but then 300 white men came and grabbed him, tied a rope around his neck, dragged him behind a buggy to the fairground, where he was beaten, stabbed, and shot over 200 times. A vote a few days later by the white resident seized the Crawfords' property. The governor said he was unable to stop any violence towards the Crawfords. The Crawfords' response, they packed up and left the area. And nobody was ever convicted or charged with anything. On October 24th, 2016, a commemorative marker was unveiled, marking this truly horrific. Have you heard the name Anthony Crawford before? He was a...
Shalom, shalom. We give all praise, glory, and honor to YAHAWASHI. And this video is continuously reiterating: the wicked cannot be saved, man. The wicked will not be delivered. You have no savior, man. This is your heaven. This is your current heaven. This is your world where you thrive, man. Right? This is the world where you sit in quietness, man. Right? But guess what? The Lord is going to deliver his people. He's not going to deliver the wicked, man. He is not for you. Right? So, as you can see in this video, what? We continuously proving and uncovering the fact that these people are the devil that the Bible speaks of. These people are Esau, right? He has been given power over the sword to dwell in the fatness of the land, man. And y'all have not thought upon the understanding that the scripture has already revealed you to us, man, right? The scripture already revealed you to us. Let's kind of get into the scriptures, man. Right? This is the book of Micah. Let's go to the book of Micah. Chapter 2. Right? So they kind of stole this man's land. 427, I believe it said 427 acres of land, man. Stole it. Just took it. Killed the man. Right? Killed him. Right? So it says what? Woe to them that devise iniquity, right? They devise iniquity. That's their device. That's their counsel, man, right? Is to devise iniquity, plan, deep planning, right? And work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it. Right? They go out and they practice what it is that they go into these dark councils. They go into these secret councils with one another and talk about how they're going to overthrow Jake, man. That's what they do. Talk about how they're going to terrorize, right, the nations, man. But specifically, the Lord's chosen, man, right? Revenge themselves upon us, right? Every day. So they go out there and seek counsel and they rest. Or that's their rest, is to devise iniquity. Their rest is iniquity, man. Right? When they in their resting place, they devise an iniquity, man. When they in their houses, when they when it's so-called peace, there's nothing going on, they devise an iniquity, man. And when the morning is light, they practice it, man. Right? That's why it's Lucifer. He's the son of the morning, man. Right? That's the morning that it's talking about right here. When they have all power, man, they have all immunity, right? In the light that they establish, man, the light that comes from their candle, man. From their candles comes this wicked, evil light of darkness, man, right? And it said it's so other peoples can see and be like unto them, man. Their children, those who are born of him, right? The so-called black man who loves his oppressor, right? They see how to become wicked as well, man. And you got many levels to that thing. Brothers kind of terrorizing their own people, robbing and stealing from the poor, their own brethren, right? Killing their own people, having an evil eye towards their own brother, leaving their families behind, right? Not hearkening to no part of the scriptures, just as your father, the devil, Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright, man. That's why these devils, they move around like snakes and damn stealing and murdering the Lord's chosen people. Right? So it says what? They practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Didn't Esau receive power of the sword? Right? And that's what they did. They shot this man 200 times, stabbed him 200 times, man. And then forced his family to leave, man. Right? They covet fields. I don't even have to say no more on that. Took the man's land, right? And take them by violence and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage, right? They took the man's land, right? On you know, dealing with the context. This man owned the land and they stole it from him, man, right? So it says what? Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise, against everybody now, against everybody in the lineage of Esau. He says what? Against this family. And on the deeper level, you know, it's always been said that, hey, Esau's going to be Jacob's servant, man. That's what it's going to be. That's why everybody sit up there, when we out there bringing out the word, when we bring out the law, statute, commandments of the Lord, and we bringing out righteous judgment, standing in the courts of the Lord, guess what? And when I say standing in the courts of the Lord, what's happening in the court? What happens in the courthouse? Well, what happens in the court is justice, judgment is being administered. So in the courts of the Lord is pure righteous judgment, man. Right? So it says what? You know, the so-called white man, hey, guess what? He's being judged. He's being judged according to his actions, man. Right? He's being judged according to his actions. And what do people come up to us and say? Well, what about the white man? What about the white man? What about the white man? They always ask, what about the white man? Because you know what? Hey, they don't even understand it, but because the scripture said man's going is of the Lord, right? But they working on the left-hand side, man, having wrong judgment, right? Having evil eye towards their brother, and they don't realize that they are confirming, right, the other side of that thing, because they're so concerned with Esau. It makes it obvious that to us who see, us who are in the light, that yeah, it's definite that we are going to rule over this so-called white man, man. That's Esau, because he's the chief of the wicked, man. He's the dragon, man, right? Spoken about in Revelation, man. He's the dragon, right? So we're gonna rule over this oppressor, man, and we're gonna destroy this. We're gonna have power over him. We're gonna overcome him by the blood of the Lamb, right? YAHAWASHI dying for us, reconciling us back to Yahweh, right? As it says in 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 19, right? Reconciling us back to Yahweh. Hey, this so-called white man is going to be destroyed, man, right? And then on top of that, overcoming him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of our testimony, right? And the testimony that we talking about, the testimony of YAHAWASHI, right, is the spirit of YAHAWASHI, which is prophecy, man. That's what we have faith and patience in, and our testimony, right? Because testimony is giving an account of what happened to us, right? What does it say in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5? They made no account of our labors. We're going to, stand before the face with great boldness, man, in the face of such who has afflicted us, right? And we are of the righteous seed. So just like YAHAWASHI is going to boldly come out here, destroy these devils, hey, we're going to boldly plead our cause, man. We know who we are based off of our testimony, the things that we went through, right? And this is what this going to get into right here in verse 4, right? Actually, let me finish up with verse 3. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks. You can't remove your neck from this, man. And y'all all going to get it. All gas, no brakes, right? It says, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil. In that day shall one take up a parable against you and lament, meaning cry out, man. Lament with a doleful, a deep cry, a deep sorrow. Lament with a doleful lamentation and say, we be utterly spoiled. Is this man not utterly spoiled? Right? When you looking at this from your vantage point of right now, thinking this is your rest even, your heart goes out to this family who has been refused. Look at what these superstores, they sit on probably like 2 acres of land, and they generate millions and millions of dollars, right? So this man had 400 acres of land, tried to sell cotton, tried to sell the minerals from the land, right? The resources from the land, and they said, nah, kind of locked him up, right? Then they went and killed him after 300 men sent to kill him, man, right? So you got to have understanding on why these things happen to our people, man. Why does these things continuously happen to our people? You got to have understanding behind that thing, right? So it says what? Let's get back into it. He says, he changed Lemon with a doleful lamentation, we be utterly spoiled. And the black, Hispanic, Native American man is utterly spoiled. And you're in the place of servitude, man. You're only serving your enemies, man. Right? It says, he have changed the portion of my people. How hath he removed it from me? Turning away, he have divided our fields, man. That's right. And now you have no covering. You kind of out here naked. You destitute. You know, but the Lord is our resources. The Lord is our good credit. The Lord is our degree, right? The Lord is our police force. The Lord is our army, you know, with the best weapons of warfare that money could ever buy, right? And that's wisdom, knowledge of the word, right? Not having the sting of death upon us, right? Being reconciled by mercy. That's all of our strength, man. That's our defense, and that's our shields out here, right? To fall back on the Most High God. That's our A1 credit. That's everything that we have need of, right? It says, how has he removed it from me? Turning away, he have divided our fields. So the Lord is giving you the true understanding, unadulterated. Hey, you can't cover this up, right? You can't hide this in the secret counsels. It's all right here in the scriptures, man. Plain sight. But you got to have understanding when you read. You can't be blinded. These people in these Christian churches put the blinders on your eyes. You don't have understanding. You don't have righteous judgment, and you're not standing in the court of the Lord, man. Right? It says what? Therefore, verse 5, therefore thou shalt have none that shall cast a cord by lot in the congregation of the Lord. They're not going to, when the Lord is done with this, the Lord's not going to be distributing land to no damn white man, man. The Lord ain't going to be distributing land to no damn Edomite, man. And the wicked and the oppressor, right? It says, Salakia, prophesy ye not, say they to them that prophesy, that they shall not prophesy to them, that they shall not take shame. And that's what the Christian church is doing. They prophesying to the so-called white man, saying you're going to get your inheritance and this, that. Hey, listen, man, the so-called white man already got his inheritance, man. You know, he not worried about having to go through the things that we go through, man. Right? We go through this thing on a high level, man. You know, and it proves that we are the Israelites, because we are the oppressed, man. That's what that thing proves out. And Jake gotta understand these things, or be destroyed, man. Just like that. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. If you don't have righteous judgment, you're not gonna make it in this thing, man. Because you perverting justice and judgment, man. Right? You're not speaking with the mouth and lining up your words with Job, man. Let's go to Job chapter 6. This is Job chapter 6 and verse 2. Oh, that my grief were thoroughly weighed and my calamity laid in the balance together. Right? So you got to thoroughly weigh what it is that Jake out here having to deal with, right? Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 said they made no account of our labors, the things that we go through, right? Are continually crying out, right? Nobody cares to see it how we going through. That's why they violently and wickedly, right, speak, evil, haughtily concerning all the things that we go through, man. Right? So Job said, oh, that my grief were thoroughly weighed and my calamity laid in the balance together. For now it would, this is Job chapter 6 and verse 2, right? Verse 3 now. For now it would be heavier than the sand of the sea. Therefore my words are swallowed up, man. If you thoroughly weighed it, you will understand it, man. You'll be like, man, this dude got so much. And we are Job. We are Job as a people, as a body. We are Job, man. Right? We symbolize Job. The blacks, Hispanics, Native, the Lord's chosen people, man. We symbolize Job. Right? And that's why we out here going through it. It says, let's go ahead and go to Lamentation real quick. Lamentation chapter 1. And let's go to verse 12. And it says, what? Is it nothing to ye all that pass by? Behold and see if there be any sorrow likened unto my sorrow, which is done unto me, wherewith the Lord hath afflicted me in the day of his fierce anger, man. So if the Lord afflicted us, then guess what? He's the ones that's going to be delivered in this thing. But the so-called white man want to pervert justice and judgment and say everybody can be saved. The Lord don't give a damn about you, man. He don't care about nothing that you got going on, man. The Lord even said if you be increased, if the seed of the wicked be increased, it's only for the sword. Right? Only for the sword. That's the heritage of the oppressor, man. Right? The Lord don't give a damn about you. Right? So let's continue on Micah. It says, prophesy ye not unto them, say not unto them that prophesy, they shall prophesy to them, that they shall not take shame. It says, O thou that art named of the house of Jacob, is the spirit of the Lord straitened? Are these his doings? Do not my words do good to him that walketh uprightly? Right? The Lord said, hey man, I love Jacob and I hate Esau. Therefore I lay his heritage waste. But we want to sit up here and deliver the wicked and call the proud happy, man. The Lord gonna cast down the proud, man. He gonna destroy the mountains of the proud, man. Right? So it says what? Even of late, my people is risen up as an enemy. And that's right. Our people speak against the Lord. That right? They blaspheme his name. They speak blasphemous words against the Lord. Right? You know? They speak against us. They say, you can't cry if you don't vote. Oh, man, that's wicked, man. You speaking great things, just like your father, the devil. As it says in John chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father, the devil, man. Right? So then it says what? It says, as of late, even of late, my people is risen up an enemy. He pull off the robe with the garment from them that pass by securely, as men adverse from war. Right? So you kind of, trying to teach our people in just ways, man, to love the so-called white man, man. Right? Pulling off their garment, man. Right? Now you got to keep your garments of righteousness, man. Having pure, righteous understanding, man. And you got to be in this thing not being covetous, right? You got our people out here teaching our people how to become something, stop being so negative and this, that, and the third. Man, look, man. We got to be in this thing like we in war, man. We got to you trying to rock us to sleep. No, you can't be like that. So you kind of pulling off the garment of righteousness, garments of justice, man. Right? It says what? The women of my people have ye cast out from their pleasant houses. So you perverting justice and judgment, man. You teaming up with the white man. You kind of whoring out your women, right? You kind of leaving your women behind, right? You got Jake out here on a double level, of verse 9. You kind of not seek into the scripture on how to deal wisely with your woman, right? Hey man, you following the ways of injustice, man. You following the ways that the wicked would have you to walk in. So then it says what? From their children have ye taken away my glory forever, man. Because our people are scattering our people rather than gathering with YAHAWASHI and putting a garment on them to cover up their nakedness, man, and teach them the truth. Teach them justice and judgment, right? Let's go to verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction, right? Even with the sword destruction. So you got to wake up in this thing, man. We supposed to be asking that the Lord destroy our enemies, man, and bring them low. You know, stop trying to deliver the so-called white man when the scriptures speak against them, man. Let's go to Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, man. Right? So we got to do what? Ask these righteous questions, man. How long these things going to be the case, man? When we going to receive justice and judgment? When is the Lord going to deliver us from this land full of lies and robbery and murder, man? You know? But you got to have righteous judgments to even ponder such things, man. You got to have righteous judgment to even be able to pray for such things, man. Right? This is Psalms 94 and 1. O Lord Yahweh, to whom vengeance belongeth. O power, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. Render a reward to the proud. Render a reward to the proud, man. But our people don't care, man. Our people don't give a damn about all these things that's befalling us, man. They don't care about the truth of the matter. Like the scriptures say, my people have risen up as an enemy, man. Right? You doing the murdering of the innocent. You doing the deception and the deceit, man, to make the hearts of the righteous sad, whom the Lord have not made sad. Right? As it says in Ezekiel chapter 13, man. Right? So it says what? Lift up thyself, judge of the earth, render a reward to the proud. Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph? How long shall they utter and speak hard things? And all the workers of iniquity boast themselves. And they boasting themselves in the things that they done, man. All that land that they stole, all this whole land that they stole, they murdered and killed, and then they sprout out these businesses where they refuse us jobs, they refuse us proper service, right? They kind of killed our ancestors, strung them up, stole their businesses, right? It says, how long shall they utter and speak hard things, and the workers of iniquity boast themselves? They break in pieces thy people, O Lord, and afflict thine heritage. Right? And we belong to the Lord, man. We belong to the Most High God, right? Let's get that real quick. Let's keep going. It says, they slay the widow and the stranger and murder the fatherless. Yet they say, and the scriptures say that we're going to be a stranger in a land that is not theirs. It says that in Genesis chapter 15 and verse 13. Let's go look at it. Genesis, I think it's 15 verse 13. What does it say? Yeah, Genesis chapter 15 verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Right? So we a stranger in this land. This is talking about Egypt, but we're a stranger in this land as well, because this is spiritually Egypt, right? So it says, they break in pieces thy people, O Lord, and afflict thine heritage. They slay the widow and the stranger and the murder and the fatherless. It says, yet they say, the Lord shall not see, neither shall the power of Jacob regard it. That's what they saying against the Lord, man. He don't see it, and he not even going to regard it. That's why they say that they can be saved, right? That's why they say that they can be saved, right? And that they, hey, you know, everybody can be delivered. Everybody can be saved by Jesus Christ. That's what they say, these things, man. Right? They say, hey, the Lord ain't gonna regard what we did to y'all, what our forefathers did to you. And that's exactly what they doing right now. That's exactly what they come to us saying before the congregation saying in these last days. Right? Deceiving us. Liars from the womb. Right? This is Zechariah chapter 11 verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them. Who sells us? The wicked, man. The so-called white man. They that sell Esau, right? They that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not. Our own people, man. So even the Lord's people have risen up an enemy, man. The Lord's words, the Lord's justice and judgment, the courts of the Lord, they do not dwell therein, right? Right? They don't dwell in the courts of the Lord. They don't stand stand in and sit in the seat of true justice and judgment, man. Right? Right? So they've even risen up as an enemy, man. It says, and their own shepherds pity them not. See that? So the Lord gonna destroy the wicked, man. We are the Lord's heritage, man. The Lord is not for the enemy, man. He's not for the proud. These people tell us, I'm proud to be an American. That's proof enough who you dealing with, man. This is Psalms 135 and 2. Ye that stand in the house of the Lord, in the courts of the house of Yahawah, praise the Lord, for the Lord is good, singing praises unto his name, for it is pleasant. For the Lord hath chosen Jacob unto himself, and Israel for his peculiar treasure, man. So we're a peculiar treasure. We out here catching hell and being fed the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, right? But the Lord's going to destroy the wicked, hey, and he's going to confound the strong with the weak, man. He's going to confound the foolish with the he's going to confound the wise with the foolish, man. So we're very peculiar, man. It says, for I know that the Lord is great, and that our Lord is above all gods whatsoever. The Lord the Lord pleased that he, it says, that did he in heaven and in earth. It says, in the seas and all deep places. He causes the vapors to ascend, and the ends of the earth maketh lightnings. For the rain he bringeth the wind out of his treasures. He smote the firstborn of Egypt. He smote the firstborn of Egypt, both of man and beast, who sent tokens and wonders into the midst of Egypt. So the Lord destroyed our oppressors before, and he gonna do it again, man. And Esau knows this thing, man. He knows that this is going to befall him, right? So we got to pray that the Lord delivers from this thing and stop down trying to make friends with the damn enemy, man. Ecclesiasticus chapter 36 and verse 7. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary. Who is the adversary? Who's the antagonist, man? Right? Esau. It says the ones who damn slay you, lock you up in prisons, man. Who take you prisoner, who took lands, man. Their sons will take care of you, man. You know, they don't need the cops, man. They don't need, the rich men are full of violence, man. And the inhabitants have spoken lies, man. Their lies is enough to get you killed, man. They're like poisonous venom in their under their tongue, man. Right? It says, and destroy the enemy. Sake the time short, remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wonderful works. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. Let those perish that oppress the people, man. They full of lies, they full of wickedness, man, and evil, man. It says, Salakia. This is what I wanted. This is Jeremiah 10 and verse 8. But they are altogether brutish and foolish. The stock is a doctrine of vanities. Silver spread into plates is brought from tarnish unto Uphaz. I kind of just want to, eight is fine. These people, you can't listen to none of them. They all your oppressors, man. They all trying to deceive you and trying to get you to go off, trying to get you to worship other holidays, other gods, right? Pervert justice and judgment, right? They don't want you to speak righteousness, right? They kind of want to give you gifts, right? So that you can kind of pervert justice and judgment. This is Exodus chapter 23, verse 8. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise and preventeth the words of the righteous, man. Also, thou shalt not oppress a stranger, for ye know Salakia. So yeah, man, your brother can be waxing poor and be as a stranger, man. You're not supposed to oppress your brother, man, right? And you ain't going to go around them terrorizing people like Esau, man. In this place that we in, man. Even in the old kingdom, man. For no apparent reason, unless the Lord tell you to do that thing, man. But Esau, he's damn wicked, man. He don't have those judgments, right? So he kind of do what he wants, man. Like a damn fierce lion, seeking whom he may devour of us, and what? Using the creatures, man. Like it says in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, right? So let's kind of get to the end of this thing, man. Or end of this video. This is Job chapter, let's go to 27 and verse 12. What does it say? Behold, all ye yourselves have seen it. Why then are ye thus altogether vain, man? You know that the so-called white man has done these things. You know all the things that he have heaped upon our peoples, man. And when we bring true understanding, look, you standing as an enemy, man. You chose the tongue of the crafty instead of the tongue of the wise, right? It says what? This is the portion of the wicked man with Yahweh and his heritage and the heritage of oppressors. Who is the oppressor? The so-called white man is the damn oppressor, doing stuff that he don't need to do, right? Making laws and wicked laws that he don't have to make, right? Just so he can oppress people, make life hard, right? Destroying everything that's good and natural foods, right? Natural justice and judgment, right? Destroying all things, man. Destroying the earth, as it says in Revelation, right? Just so he can destroy them that destroyeth the earth, man. Right? So it says what? This is the portion of a wicked man with Yahweh and the heritage of oppressors. It says which they shall receive of the Almighty. If his children be multiplied, guess what? It's for the sword. And if his offspring, it says, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep. Though he heap up silver as the dust, and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver, man. So we in this thing to, guess what? Purify ourselves, right? And become stronger and stronger by having clean hands, man. As it says in Job chapter 17. He that hath clean hands will become stronger and stronger, right? So it says, those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widow shall not weep. Let's go back to 17. He may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver. He buildeth his house as a moth, and as a booth that the keeper maketh. It says, the rich man shall lie down, but he shall not be gathered. He openeth his eyes, and he is not. Terrors take hold on him as waters. A tempest stealeth him away in the night. It says, the east wind carrieth him away when, it says, and he departeth as a storm, hurleth him out of his place. And that's talking about thermonuclear destruction, going to destroy the wicked, man. It says, for Yahweh shall cast upon him and not spare. He would fain flee out of his hand. Men shall clap their hands at him and shall hiss him out of his place. And that's exactly what's going to happen to the so-called white man. And that's all praises to the Most High, man. You know, that's what we're looking for to play out in these last days. True justice and judgment, man. So his children is not, you know, though they be multiplied, hey, guess what? It's for the sword, man. It's for the sword. It says in verse 3, but the multiplying brood of the ungodly shall not thrive, nor take deep rooting from bastard slips. It says, nor lay any fast foundation, man. You're not going to be able to kind of build yourself up, man. You ain't going to be able to see your rebuilding of the Renaissance time. You don't think, right? As it says in Isaiah chapter 10, it ain't enter your mind to have understanding. As it says in Isaiah chapter 10, it doesn't enter in your mind that the Lord has brought these things about. But your rebuilding in the Renaissance time, guess what? Even being here in America, it was all in the books. It was already written down, prophesied before you. So you didn't just so happen to build up America, man. The Lord allowed you to do that thing, right? And guess what? He's speaking against you right here. You're not going to be able to build up again, man. Nor lay any fast foundation. Verse 4, for though they flourish in branches for a time, right? So you got your light out here right now, right? The branches that come out, just like our branches that come out with the light in the on the candles, right? And the almonds, right? And the knops, right? Y'all have your own version of that too, and it's all wickedness, man. It's all wickedness, all folly, man. That's your light. It's to do wickedness. It's to be in darkness, right? So it says what? The imperfect branches shall be broken off, the fruit unprofitable, not ripe to eat. Yeah, meat for nothing. It says, for the children begotten of unlawful beds are wickedness, are witness of wickedness against their parents in their trial. That's right, man. So the children gonna have to deal with it, man. As it says in Isaiah chapter 14, right? Your kid's gonna have to deal with it. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of the fathers, man. Let's go get that real quick, just in case. Man, that's a shotgun chapter, but you know, let's just get this thing. It says, yeah. 21, it says, prepare slaughter for his children, because you slayed us and hold yourself not guilty. Hey, the Lord say prepare slaughter for his children, right? For the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land. This, the Lord said, you're not going to cast a lot in the congregation of the Lord. You're not going to get no land. You ain't gonna get no place where you can have resources, man. You're gonna be in a dry, dusty land, and we're gonna come get you just to build up our kingdom. We're gonna send your ass back. And you're gonna have that same heart inside of you, and you're gonna be having to watch us thrive far beyond all that you could ever think. Far beyond all that you could ever think, man. You're gonna see us thrive, man. That's what's gonna happen, right? Y'all did so much evil and wickedness, and you had sit up here deceiving even the elect, man. Even the elect. And guess what? You're going to have to deal with it, man. Right? It says, for I will rise up against them. So he going to raise up against all. He says against his family while I devise or what? A evil that you shall not remove your necks. Right? So it says what? For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant and son and nephew, said the Lord. I will also make it a possession of the bittern and pools of water, right? So guess what? You're going to be destroyed out here, man. You're going to be destroyed, and guess what? And you're going to be destroyed, and you're not going to have any fast foundation. You're not going to be able to build yourself back up in this thing, man. So the Lord going to destroy you here. Let's go back to Ecclesiasticus chapter 36. So it says in verse 9, let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of fire. Let them that perish that oppress the people. Let them perish that oppress the people, man. You're going to perish, man. It's not going to be left none of you, man. It says, smite in sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say there is none but we, other but we. That's a very proud thing, man. They say it's none but we, man. What God is gonna deliver you from me? Oh, Daniel. We are Daniel too, man. Right? It says, gather all the tribes of Jacob together and inherit thou them as from the beginning. O Lord, have mercy upon the people that is called by thy name, and upon Israel, whom thou hast named thy firstborn. O be merciful unto Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest. Fill Zion, right? Fill Zion with the unspeakable oracles, and thy people with thy glory. Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name. So with that, I want to give all praise going to the Most High, YAHAWASHI. And with that, I hope you was edified. Shalom.